So today, May 3rd, 2020, marks the 20-year anniversary of when Sam Raimi's first Spider-Man movie came out. May 3rd, 2002 was the release date for Spider-Man, and Spider-Man has gone on to become one of the most revered comic book films of all time, and it really began sort of the upheaval of comic book movies. I mean, you could also point to X-Men from 2000 or Blade as helping, and actually in some ways X-Men was more important. But Spider-Man was the first time that we actually saw the web slinger, who is the mascot for Marvel. He's like the main Marvel character on the screen in a respectable fashion. Our first time seeing Tobey Maguire playing Peter Parker. Of course, we've got Norman Osborn being played by the legendary Willem Dafoe, and they all came back last year for Spider-Man No Way Home. And ironically enough, this week, Sam Raimi's return to comic book movies is happening when he releases Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. There have been tons of leaks out about this film. I have not covered them on this channel. Like I said, I've been kind of out of it for a little while, focusing on the main channel, which is Geekdom 101. So I do apologize for that. I usually like to drop all kinds of information or thoughts on leaks, but really there hasn't been much. However, I am going to go see Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness this week, so expect a non-spoiler and spoiler review. So Spider-Man, really, some people have said it's like laying the groundwork for the MCU, and I could kind of see that, but it was its own thing. And then we had the trilogy, of course, and there's all kinds of talk about where they go from here, because after No Way Home came out, a big chunk of the fandom wants Tobey Maguire to come back yet again to play Spider-Man in maybe Spider-Man 4, part of this continuity. Same thing with Andrew Garfield playing his version of Peter Parker in Amazing Spider-Man 3. And I feel like Sony should be capitalizing on this immediately. They've got a lot of Spider-Man content coming out. Let's not forget, we've also got the sequel to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse coming out, and people are really hyped about that. But I wanted to make this video also to spread awareness about Sam Raimi's film catalog, because I feel like a lot of people on this channel have never seen his other films, and he's got a really, really great crop of films. For example, Evil Dead 2, An Army of Darkness is an incredibly fun and inventive horror comedy series. Like, my favorite one out of those is Army of Darkness, but Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn is a film that inspired so many people to make movies. I mean, it's one of the most inspirational films ever. In some ways, it could be considered more important than Spider-Man 1. I don't know about that. I did review Spider-Man. I actually reviewed all the Spider-Man movies before the MCU on this channel last year, so check that out. But also there's a Sam Raimi film called The Quick and the Dead, which everyone should watch. It's basically about these like gunslingers in this tournament. So I know a lot of y'all came over from Geekdom 101, the Dragon Ball channel, and if you like that kind of stuff at the tournaments and whatnot, you have got to see The Quick and the Dead. It's a great, great movie. Sam Raimi's so good when it comes to making these kinds of movies. He knows how to make them fun. Now, while Spider-Man may have been the most important film of Sam Raimi's career, it was not the first superhero movie that he did. He also directed a movie called Darkman from 1990 starring Liam Neeson, and that is an incredible, incredible movie. I absolutely love Darkman, and I don't know if you can even call it a superhero. It's more like a vigilante story, but Darkman was kind of a hero. I would say it fits, and it's a great movie, just a really, really fun film. Also, he made a movie called Drag Me to Hell from 2009, which a lot of people love. That's one of the most renowned films he's ever put out. Now, I've never seen Oz the Great and Powerful. That's another film in his catalog that he directed, and he took a break for a while. They came out in 2013, and now he's back. I don't know if y'all have seen, but he's been going around cutting promos about how with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, that he's going to teach everyone how to make a superhero movie. Well, that's pretty damn cool. That's pretty cool, and he's got a lot of confidence, yo. And you know what? I'm fine with that. I cannot wait for Doctor Strange this week. So leave a comment and let me know what Sam Raimi movie is your favorite. Army of Darkness is probably my favorite, along with Spider-Man 2. Those are the ones at the top of my list. But let's remember that, 20 years ago today, Spider-Man came out and changed the game. I'll talk to y'all later this week. You have my word on that.